It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Good morning and welcome to Travel and Cruise Industry News on this, the 11th day of March, 2022. The day is starting my next adventure. About I don't know, an hour and a half from now, maybe 2 hours. I've still got some stuff I need to do before I can leave. But anyway, run a little bit behind schedule today, but that's okay. I'm not in any humongous rush. But anyway, we're getting there, slowly but surely. Today, by the way, is Middle Name Pride Day. Now, most of you know that my real name, of course, is not Chillie, it's Charles, and I am Junior. My middle name is Mason, which is an old family name on my father's side of the family. He was, of course, Charles Mason Falls Sr., and I was Charles Mason Falls Jr. But anyway, it's not particularly a thing that I've ever think of much, except when I have to give my full name. I've never been called by my middle name. I've never used my middle name other than signing it, and most of the time it's just the initial. But anyway, today is National Middle Name Pride Day. Do any of you guys use your middle name? Are you called by your middle name? I know there are some people out there, probably a minority, but most everybody uses their first name. So just thought that I'd point that out. If you're proud of your middle name, stick it in the chat room. All right, cruise ships sailing this weekend. There's a ton of them. Today from Port Canaveral, you got Carnival Liberty, Independence of the Seas, the Disney Dream. West Palm Beach has the Grand Classica, that's soon to be the Margaritaville at Sea. Port Everglades will have the Wonder of the Seas sailing today. Miami, Freedom of the Seas, Norwegian Sky, Carnival Conquest. Out at Long Beach in Los Angeles, the Carnival Radiance. And Long Beach, San Pedro, the Navigator of the Seas. Tomorrow, Saturday, on the 12th of March, you got Jacksonville, you got the Carnival Spirit, and you've got American Queen AQV. AQV Victory 1 is sailing from Jacksonville tomorrow. Port Canaveral, you got Mariner of the Seas, Carnival Mardi Gras, Disney Fantasy, Norwegian Escape, Carnival Magic. Up in Amelia Island, you got American Cruise Lines Independence. Port Everglades, you got the New Amsterdam, Celebrity Apex, Celebrity Reflection, Odyssey of the Seas, Ruby Princess, Regal Princess, and Sky Princess. Miami, you've got Carnival Sunrise, Symphony of the Seas, Norwegian Joy, and MSC Seashore. Tampa, the Carnival Paradise. New Orleans, Carnival Valor. Galveston, Carnival Dream and Carnival Vista. Long Beach, Carnival Panorama, and San Pedro, Majestic Princess. Then on Sunday, up in New York, the Manhattan station, you got Norwegian Getaway, Bayonne, Anthem of the Seas. In Baltimore, Carnival Legend, Port Canaveral, the Meraviglia, I'll be on it. Harmony of the Seas, West Palm Beach. Again, you've got the Margaritaville at Sea, still the Grand Classica for a few more days. Port Everglades, Allure of the Seas, Caribbean Princess, Celebrity Edge, Rotterdam, Emerald Princess, Celebrity Equinox. Miami, the Scarlet Lady, MSC Divina, Carnival Horizon, Norwegian Encore, Oasis of the Sea, Seven Seas Explorer, and Seabourn Ovation. Tampa, the Norwegian Dawn and Carnival Pride. New Orleans, Carnival Glory, Norwegian Breakaway. Galveston, Liberty of the Seas, San Diego, Koningsdam, Los Angeles, San Pedro. You've got the Norwegian Bliss. That, my friends, is a mouthful. All right, headlines today. Carnival's health screening app is now available at all Homeports. Royal Caribbean may have one-upped Carnival. 50th birthday continues in the Bahamas and New Orleans. A report on the Norwegian Getaway for Hot Air Tom. TSA TSA extends masking. Holland America extends cancellation plan. MSC breaks ground on a new Miami cruise terminal. Cunard to Alaska, and a big day for Cartagena. That and a lot more here at 11 o'clock on Travel and Cruise Industry News. If you're listening via the podcast, welcome aboard. You can always access the podcast via my blog, which is accessadventure.net, or wherever you get your podcasts from, like Google Podcasts, Pandora, Stitcher, and all the rest. And because I do post pictures and clips sometimes, which I will be doing as I'm on board the ships in my upcoming travels, you can always go down to the description of the podcast and you'll find a link to the video feed. You can always flip over and check the clips or pictures out and then go back to your podcasts. All right, I'll be back with a start of today's news and a lot more after a break from one of our network sponsors. Back with the news. In an attempt to make embarkation easier and faster, Carnival Cruise Line has rolled out the Verifly app to all of its United States homeports. Now, if you remember back in January, Carnival introduced the health screening app called Verifly into its embarkation process in Port Canaveral, starting with the Mardi Gras. Widely used by the airline industry, the Verifly app allows passengers to upload their proof of COVID vaccination and testing information so that it can be verified ahead of sailing. Now, the cruise line has announced that it has had a successful pilot program with the application and has launched it fleet-wide in all of the United States homeports. According to Carnival, guests who choose to use the Verifly app can expect the time it takes to complete the health assessment process during embarkation in half. So it'll be quite a savings. Carnival and Royal Caribbean have long battled over everything. It's the biggest, it's the best, it's the most. They agreed mainly on one thing. Both primarily sailed 7-day itineraries. That may not be the same anymore. The reason they did 7-day itineraries was because that's what they felt it would take to cover everything you needed to cover on a cruise ship, on a cruise. Royal Caribbean has thrown a big clink in the plans for that. However, it's deploying one of its Oasis class ship, the largest in the fleet, purely for 3 to 4 day sailings out of Florida. That throws down a pretty big gauntlet to Carnival, which may not be able to answer this move. Carnival only has one ship, the Mardi Gras, in its top class, with a second one, the Celebration, on its way. Royal Caribbean, on the other hand, has 5 ships in the Oasis class: Oasis of the Seas, Harmony of the Seas, Symphony of the Seas, Allure of the Seas, and Wonder of the Seas, the brand new biggest cruise ship in the world, which of course sailed this past week. Having 5 ships in the class gives Royal Caribbean some freedom to do things that Carnival can't do. While it's still using 4 of the 5 Oasis class ships for longer itineraries, Royal Caribbean plans to deploy Allure to Port Canaveral starting in 2023, where it will offer only 3 and 4 day sailings. Matt Hoochberg of the Royal Caribbean blog was the first to report this. Yesterday, Carnival Cruise Line marked 50 years of visiting one of its popular destinations, the Bahamas, of course, with a celebration in Nassau. Carnival Cruise Line President Christine Duffy was joined by Bahamas Prime Minister, the Most Honorable Philip Brave Davis, and other Bahamian dignitaries. The day before that, on March the 9th, there was another ship meetup as part of the cruise line celebrations. As part of the 6-ship meetup that took place near Nassau, there was Carnival Conquest, Carnival Spirit, Carnival Freedom, Carnival Legend, Carnival Liberty, and Carnival Sunshine. Carnival is currently working in partnership with the government to finalize needed permits and approvals to develop 2 major projects in cooperation with the Great Bahama Port Authority and the government of the Bahamas. The first, a new cruise port destination primarily for Carnival Cruise Line on Grand Bahama, which will present an investment of over $200 million. We pretty much know that as Freeport. The second project on the Bahamian island of Little Sound, Salvador, which is home to Holland America's Half Moon Cay, will constitute an estimated $100 million investment over time. Since 1972, Carnival and the Bahamas have enjoyed a long-standing partnership that today sees 2 million guests annually at the 5 ports of call: Nassau, Freeport, Half Moon Cay, Princess Cay, and Bimini. Carnival continues celebrating its 50th birthday today when they're going to present a cake to the New Orleans Council to thank it for its ongoing support. It follows a busy month of festivities so far, with ships meeting up at sea, plus the celebration in the Bahamas. The cruise line presented a special 50th birthday cake, or is going to present a special 50th birthday cake to New Orleans City Council to show its appreciation for the city's support. They've had a continuing support in New Orleans since 1994, when the first Carnival vessel launched year-round service there. All right, if you were with me yesterday, I promised Hot Air Tom that I'd find out what happened with the Norwegian Getaway after it sailed from New York. And here's the report. It sailed out of New York and almost immediately was hit with headwinds, and at times unbelievably strong headwinds. And because of that, was several hours late getting to Port Canaveral. The decision was made to overnight in Port Canaveral and sail at 4 p.m. yesterday, which canceled the visit to Great Stirrup Cay. So, Hot Air, it was not an Azipod issue. It was not a technical issue. It was purely weather related and pretty much wind related. And then they made the decision of staying in Port Canaveral rather than going on to Great Stirrup Cay. So that's what happened. All right, the TSA is extending the COVID face mask mandate by 1 month, meaning that travelers will be required to wear masks on all forms of public transportation through April the 18th. This means face masks will continue to be required on all public transportation, including planes, trains, buses, and in public areas associated with the transportation, such as airports, train stations, and bus terminals. While this is largely associated with air travel, the mandate has also required travelers to wear face masks in cruise ship terminals during embarkation and debarkation process. During boarding and debarking, passengers pass through TSA screening checkpoints and other security procedures putting cruise terminals under the jurisdiction of the TSA. So, until at least April, what was the date? April 18th. I got to go back up. April 18th. You got to mask up in the cruise terminal, folks, when you check in and when you get off the boat and go back to the terminal, have your mask on. Doesn't matter what you think about the situation on the ship. You have the chance, you can do whatever you want on board. But as soon as you leave that ship to go back to the cruise terminal, have your mask on. Don't give them any grief. Don't give them any that you believe in the rights and all that crap. Don't do it. If you can't do this, folks, for the next until April 18th, don't cruise. Plain and simple. Those are the rules. You got to follow them. Don't argue about them. Holland America has extended the book-buy date on the flexible cancellation plan. Now guests who make a new booking by May 31st of this year for itineraries that depart on or before September 30th can cancel for any reason and receive a future cruise credit in the amount of any cancellation fees that normally would be incurred. Cancellations must be made 30 days prior to the departure. Most of you know that I'll be sailing on MSC for the third time come Sunday on the Meraviglia. And they have broken ground on the Port Miami terminal, which will be North America's largest cruise terminal when it opens. MSC Group Cruise Division announced a partnership with Italian shipbuilder Fincantieri in July of 21, when Fincantieri Infrastructure would construct a facility with a striking design by global architecture firm Architectonica. Architectonica. I worked on that for an hour this morning and I still slaughtered it. The 4-story building will be able to accommodate up to 36,000 passenger movements per day, feature 4 embarkation decks, and have enough space to serve 3 of the MSC Cruises' largest and most environmentally advanced ships at the same time. Most vessels that berth at the new terminal will be able to plug into local power grid, which lines up with Port Miami's plans to enable shore power connectivity. Aside from the terminal building itself, the new complex will include a multi-level parking garage that can accommodate up to 2,400 vehicles, new road construction to ensure that traffic is able to flow through the area smoothly, and a total of 3 ship berths. MSC Group will build 2 new docks. Miami-Dade County will construct the 3rd. Completion of the project is expected by the end of 2023. Cunard is ready to offer an exciting and distinctive season in Alaska with Queen Elizabeth setting sail in the region this summer. Now the Canadian authorities have opened the way for a return to cruise travel in Canada. The cruise line is bringing its unique brand of luxury and signature service to the last frontier. Returning to the region for the first time since 2019, Cunard Line is offering a range of Alaskan itineraries aboard the Vista-class Queen Elizabeth this summer. The 7 to 10 night itineraries available in May, June, and July will sail round trip from Vancouver, visiting popular ports such as Ketchikan, Sitka, Juneau, Haines, and the Hubbard Glacier, depending on the sailing date. Yesterday saw a huge day for Cartagena, Colombia. Ruby Princess made its inaugural call there, and Disney Wonder made its final call of the season there for Disney. The ships were welcomed at an event hosted by Flavia Santoro, the president of Pro Colombia, the government agency in charge of promoting tourism in Colombia. First time they've had 2 major ships at one time. So Big day for Cartagena. Carnival Ecstasy is underway for its second cruise from Mobile. However, there was a problem on the first. During Carnival Ecstasy's first return to service voyage out of Mobile, the ship suffered a mechanical issue. The ship was delayed in departing its only port of call in Cozumel after problems with at least one of the lifeboats being brought back on board. The mechanical issue occurred following a safety drill held on board. Cruise lines often do safety drills for crew members when in port of call for training. During this time, cruise lines will lower some of the lifeboats to simulate a real emergency. The ship's captain informed passengers on the Carnival Ecstasy that the vessel would depart Cozumel at approximately midnight. Guests were also informed of a delayed arrival back in Mobile. The Carnival cruise ship eventually arrived around 12:15 p.m. Of course, normally gets in about 6 a.m. And currently she sailed a little after 3 a.m. this morning. So she's running behind schedule a little, but no changes have made to the current cruise at this time. All right. That is going to wrap me up with the news for the day. Let's go see who's in the chat room. I'll do this maybe a little on a quicker side today so I can get my butt going here. Hot Air Tom is with us. T96 minutes to take off. Katie's here. Hi, Katie. I took today off, so starting my spring break today. Very nice. Carol's with us. Nikki's here. Hi, everyone. My nickname comes from my middle name, Nickel. Very good. Well, of course, I've seen several of your names, which always was a confusion to me early. So, but yeah, okay. Nikki comes from your middle name. Very good. No, Katie says, no way. My middle name is my mother's maiden name, Norton. Pittsburgh Jason's with us. Hot Air Tom is here, he says. Roger doesn't have a middle name. He's NMN. Wow. Carol says, my middle name is Jean, not named after anyone I know. Huh, how about that? Jason asks, how's Bermuda in July? I'm going to book Carnival Legend out of Baltimore, July 17th. Sweet. Hang on. Let me make a quick gaze over here in my schedule. Where is it? It's over here. That's right. Schedule. Chillie's trip schedule. All right. Slide down here to July, June, July the 1st. Oh, yeah, I'm on the group cruise with JJ Cruise. I get off of that. What about July the 6th? And you're looking at when? Where'd it go? Okay, back over here. 17th of July. Well, okay, I'll make a note of that one. Out of Baltimore, July 17th. Who knows? Maybe. Don't have anything booked in. That's not much of a drive for me to Baltimore. Hot Air says my middle name is Patrick. Give me liberty or give me death. Hot Air says, way to go, Jason. Bermuda is wonderful. I can actually drive to the port of Baltimore. Yeah, from Pittsburgh. You're about the same distance I am from here at the farm. Sonny's with us. Hi, Sonny. Been gone. Glad to be back. Hear cruise news and everyone's travels. Well, we're getting ready to go. Emily says, bon voyage. Thank you. I am leaving within the next couple hours. Take me a little bit of time to process stuff. Then I got stuff to take get out in the car yet. I got a couple things I got to change. I got to take the trash to the dump because I can't leave these heathens with any trash in the house. Hopefully, my sister and brother-in-law will be back in time tonight to feed them so they don't tear into things. Cindy asked, anyone ever do a lure boardwalk balcony or Central Park balcony? I just booked the boardwalk last aft cabin. Now the lure has 4 days itineraries in 23 and 24. I thought that was very interesting with the lure. I like that. I was just typing my question and now Chillie has covered it. Isn't that funny? The story about 7 days cruises went the wrong way. I was hoping for 14 days cruises. Yeah, well, I would have a tendency to want to do 14-day cruises too, but as I try to do more ships, although the shorter itineraries, I can't get everything done I want to do in 4 days is a problem. I had a lot of stuff that I had left undone on Freedom because it was just a 4-dayer. Did much better on the 2 MSCs that were 7-dayers. So that's why both of these this week are 7. I got a 7 and a 9 on this trip. Have a great time and always have an adult beverage. Oh, yeah. Me? An adult beverage? Emily, I'm shocked that you would think such a thing. Shocked. That's ridiculous. 3 and 4 day cruises. Well, it depends. Hot air. You like longer cruises. I understand that, but there's other people that don't have the luxury of time that you have. Some people can't set an office up wherever they are and work. Some people have to work and then they have to fit cruises around their work schedule. So I'm not, yeah, it's tougher for me to do what I want to do on a cruise, but on the same token, I can do more by having more cruises. So I don't know. I prefer 7s. Put it out there completely. I prefer 7s also, but I'm not going to knock somebody that for one reason or another goes with shorters. That's okay. Sonny says, just got back from NCL Bliss. Last minute cruise from LA to Mexico was great. Sweet. Sounds like wimpy propulsion. Where's Tim Taylor? We need more power. NCL ships always seem slow. Jason's always gonna ding NCL. Don't get hot air full of hot air, Emily says. Kenneth's with us. Hey, Kenneth, I think up in Pennsylvania. Have a great cruise. Enjoy yourself. Thank you very much. Is this a cruise you're going to be with Elizabeth? Yes, it is. I will be getting a big hug on Sunday shortly after 1 o'clock, as soon as I find her or she finds me. Yeah, and that's going to be as emotional as both of she and I get. I'm sure there will be a tear shed on that one. Sometimes you have to bring hot air back to Earth. And not the truth. Emily says, hot air, where did you go just now? I went nowhere, just laughing at the post. Amy's with us. Hi, Amy. Can't wait to see more Chillie live stream. Yeah, I'll be doing plenty. I promise you. All right, so everybody knows, if I'm in port, the show will be taped and will go live at 11 o'clock, like normal. I won't be live, but the show will be on at 11. If I'm at sea, I'll do the show live, assuming everything works out with the Wi-Fi. And that's all the way through across, Galveston, the 9 days in Galveston as well. So I just don't even remember what days I'm in port at this point. But I'll let you know. Better look for Monday while I'm thinking about it. Hang on, let me do that first thing. It's March the 13th cruise. And I got to go down here and look at the cruise confirmation. No, that's the wrong one. Please review your vacation confirmation, booking details. Okay. So the cruise that I sail on Sunday, Monday I will be in Nassau. Tuesday I'll be in Ocean Cay. Wednesday I'll be in Ocean Cay. Thursday I'm back in Port Canaveral. So I'm going to be doing shows for this first one. I don't have a sea day. So I'll be doing my shows and they'll be going live at 11. So until we see how this works, folks, and if need be, I'll make the change on the fly. But at least I don't have to do it both days at Ocean Cay. I've got 2 days at Ocean Cay. So one of those days, let's say Wednesday, I'll definitely do live at 11. And Monday and Tuesday, I will tape early and it will go live at 11. And then when I get back to Port Canaveral, I've got to find out what my schedule is, if I have to get off the ship and get back on it, or how they do the back-to-back. So Monday and Tuesday, guys, I will not be live. I will be, in fact, taped early, and the show will go live at 11. Okay. Sunday, Cruise Amigos will be live at 2:00 my time, as always, with John and Martin. Martin's going to be on Valiant Lady, and I'm going to be on Mervilia, hopefully in time for the show. If not, Nanook of the North John will sit there and twiddle the things. Okay, so that takes care of what's going to happen, sort of. Cindy says, I love 4 to 5 day cruises. Since I live in Florida, I can't have more than a week off at a time. Once I retire, I'm sure I'll prefer the longer ones. Yeah, I mean, Hot Air Tom's not retired, but Hot Air Tom's got the capability of taking his office wherever he wants to go. And he can do everything he does from a hotel or from a cruise ship, and that's wonderful. At times Cindy wants to kill him, but I can understand that too. It's 50 today, so I'll be taking the pooches out later at work. Just don't take the walkie-talkie. Yeah, but it's going to get cold here in Virginia. I'm going to hopefully be ahead of it, although sailing tomorrow is going to be a little brutal. Once it starts moving in the 50s, that's not going to be pleasant. So I'm having to take that's one of the reasons that I'm a little late, going to be a little later. I got to repack some warmer clothes. So I got to pull some stuff out and add some stuff back in. So if I get out of here by 1:00, I'll be okay. And Jason says, remember the safety drill that kept interrupting my live stream? Yeah, I was sitting. I will try not to sit next to where they're going in to get their walkie-talkies and stuff for safety, because that was a pain. what was the ship? That was on Seashore. That was on MSC Seashore that I happened to set up in the absolute wrong place. That whole big, huge ship. And I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Emily says, have a great week, Katie. Gretchen's with us. Morning all. Bon voyage to Katie and Chillie. Thank you very much. Rally Creative Travels here. Good morning. Glad you're with us. Katie, make sure you get an adult beverage too. Yes, Katie, absolutely. She will do that as well. Katie, have fun. Can you report while gone? Katie will keep us informed. Katie, this is one you sell with Angela, right? So I follow both Katie and Angela, so I can keep up with their travails. Chillie's Cruises, are you planning to drive to Florida for the August Sky Cruise? I just booked reservations in our timeshare for the prior 10 days. Note to sending no openings at Marco Island. Ask me that after I'd make this drive, but I think there's probably a very good chance of it. To me right now, it seems that gives me a lot more flexibility, and I can do a lot more things with the direction my life is going with the accessibility stuff. And yeah, I'm going to say just right off the cuff that's a very good likelihood that I will. Hot air, unless I have trouble with the driving, with the hips and the knee and all the, ailments. As long as I don't have any major problems, and yeah, I probably will, because I love this. I'm so excited about this next month, just because of that, and not having to fly and not have to worry about what's in my carry-on that they're going to steal from me at TSA and all those kind of things. Nikki says, glad you took off today to get ready for your trip. Plenty of time. Have the bonest of voyages. Hot air says, had to go with Port Canaveral. Chillie could stop by and visit our timeshare for a few days pre-cruise. Interesting. We're going to Bermuda in September on Carnival Miracle. Ooh. September. All right. There's another one. Carnival Miracle. Kenneth, let me know the dates on that one too, also, because I don't know if I got anything September or not. After I get back from the Hot Air Tom cruise. We will have a rental drive to Miami on August 19th. Stay 2 nights at the Intercontinental. Amy says, I was on Boardwalk Balcony last September on Allure with my sister. We loved it, but it was noisy at times. Kenneth says, I believe it's September 24th. All right. Miracle. September 24th. Making a note. Don't know if I'll get to it before I leave, but I will. I've got the note here to check on it. Sonny says, I couldn't report from the cruise, didn't have streaming, only short 150 minutes internet. Everyone take pictures. Yeah, Emily, I'm going to take a bazillion pictures. I always do. Emily, how to get pictures to Chillie. You can post them on his page or PM. The easiest way is Messenger for me. That's always the easiest, Sonny, on Facebook Messenger, because I can access pictures and clips and do things with them on my end easier than any of the other mediums. So, or you can always message me go to find me on Facebook, or, and you can do it that way as well. But Messenger is great for me. Cindy says, I work 10 plus hours a day now, so working on the ship would not be fun for me. Looking forward to watching your cruise travels, Chillie. Thanks, Cindy. Sonny says, okay, will do. I'm slow doing techie stuff. Yeah, Sonny, you and me both. I'm always, I'm terrible at techie stuff. That's the other thing I have to do today. I still have to pack up the computer and all this stuff. Got my bag over here to start stuffing everything, all my chargers and all my cords and my cameras. And I'm going to make a note of these two things to look up, so I'll remember it tonight, probably when I get to the hotel. Nikki says, welcome back. I sent pics to Chillie through Messenger. Yep, there you go. Thanks for the info. I'd like to watch the aqua show from my balcony. Ooh, yeah, that would be cool. Sonny says, we'll send in pictures that way. Thank you very much. We'll definitely get the pics. Today he is leaving for a cruise. Yes. Tomorrow we are having some bad weather, rain and snow. I'm done with the cold weather. No, a different friend. Okay, Katie. Okay. That's cool. He can see pics when he gets back. Well, I'll see him while I'm gone. I mean, I'll see him as soon as you send them. And then I might play with them some too. Cruising with my friend Susan from Florence, South Carolina. Very nice. Gretchen says we are just missing that storm system, Emily. Send it your way. Very good, Gretchen. I understand. Oh, there we go. We're back with another sex bomber. Blocked. Sonny says, non-techie person there. Maybe I can learn how to send from ship one day soon. Basically, we do it the same way, but you do have to, you need a Wi-Fi signal. That helps. But sometimes you can catch one in port and stuff just saves up until it's got the signal, and then it sends automatically. Hot Air said the Unabomber was here. Yes, I know. I've already taken care of that, whatever it was. Hot Air says, I'm on hold again with Celebrity trying to get our COVID reimbursement of isolation done. He's been struggling with that with 2 days now. Next week, 50s and 60s. Yeah, I just want to get into some warm weather on the ships. Kenneth will be in the Atlantic with you, transatlantic from London to New York on the new Prima, departs September 23rd. Sonny says, okay, Facebook Messenger. I know how to do that. Very good. See, Sonny, it's pretty simple. It's simple on my end too, which is why I like it. Yeah. Gretchen says, I attended New York on September 24th. Just miss you in Hot Air. I spoke to Chillie about this yesterday, but Celebrity has not even started the reimbursement process since I emailed the receipts on February 10th. Now they need the letter we were given because they didn't have the same reimbursement rates. Hotel was $100 less per day from what they said originally. Gretchen says you'll be lucky to see the reimbursement by Labor Day. Yeah, well, unfortunately, I think she's right about that. All right, guys, that's going to wrap me up for today. Again, I'll be off and running here in a little while and heading for heading south. So going to Orangeburg, South Carolina tonight in the hotel, and then in to have lunch tomorrow with Nikki and Roger, hopefully somewhere around 1:30, I think it is. I'll have to check on the time, 1 o'clock, 1:30, somewhere anyway, that I've got the location where we're meeting. So hopefully all will be on schedule because I do have the flexibility in the morning since I'm not doing a show on Saturday anymore, folks. Don't forget, no show tomorrow. Sunday, Cruise Amigos. Monday and Tuesday will be at 11 o'clock, but I won't be live because I will be on shore on excursions both days. I'll be sharing that with you on another day. So, but the news will be on live at 11 o'clock Monday and Tuesday. All right, that's going to wrap me up for today. As always, if you're new to this channel, we appreciate it. Appreciate the thumbs up. If you have not subscribed, please consider doing so. It doesn't cost you anything. Helps the channel out a lot. Helps us grow. And hopefully, everybody out there can stay safe, stay healthy. Think about cruising one of these days soon. Hopefully, we'll all meet on the high seas. This is the old fat travel guy on my way to Port Canaveral. Thank you. Thank you. See you later.
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, Chillie chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner, hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chilliescruises.